Greetings, listeners. Welcome to Consulting Between Friends. I am your host, Michael Holmes Jr. The Consulting Between Friends podcast will take a 2-week break. While the podcast is on break, here are a few episodes I enjoy creating and learning from past interview guests as well. Thank you for continuing to support the podcast, and I will be returning with more episodes soon. 1. The Art of Financial Wellness. This episode has valuable information to create a budget and great examples why financial wellness is important. The licensed financial advisor Ryan Daniels educated me on a level I can understand finances overall. 2. Life insurance, the afterlife protector. This episode broke down the different types of life insurance. Also, why someone needs to have life insurance overall. Sparsh Kumar, life insurance broker, even gave his perspective on why he chose this profession. 3. The mind of an author who has a vivid imagination. In this episode, the author discusses how he published his first novel and what he learned through the process. The author, Nurideen Debouse, expresses why he has a passion for writing and what drives him to continue this path. 4. Motivation and determination. Possibilities to achieve a goal. In this episode, I discuss why someone needs to have motivation, how it can change your way of thinking, being determined to achieve anything. 5. Hurricane Ida and the lives that change. In this episode, I discuss how I survived the hurricane. Also, I break down what to expect after a hurricane passes from its location. Thank you for listening to Consulting Between Friends. This podcast is available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, as well other platforms that are available. So like and subscribe. Need to contact us and leave us a comment? You can find us on Instagram at consulting the letter B friends. Once again, consulting B friends. An email address is consulting the letter B friends at gmail.com. Once again, consulting B friends at gmail.com. Consulting Between Friends now has a merch online store called Podcast Merch Headquarters. This is where you can buy merch to show your support for the podcast. Some items to choose from are t-shirts, tumblers, and hoodies, as well many other things I know you will appreciate. So take the time to review the items in the store. The link will be available in the podcast notes under Podcast Merch Headquarters. Consulting Between Friends appreciates the constant support. It means a lot. If you would like to support the podcast more, you can find me on Patreon at Consulting B Friends. Once again, at Consulting B Friends. The link will be in the description. Consulting Between Friends now has a way for listeners to share their feedback about the podcast. The listeners can now share their feedback on Discord. The link will be available in the podcast notes and on the podcast website. Thanks again for the support. If you have an extra minute, it would be greatly appreciated if you could answer a few questions regarding the quality of the podcast. The link will be in the description. Consulting Between Friends. Thanks to everyone for making this possible. The host, Michael Holmes Jr., the producer and content creator, Michael Holmes Jr., the artwork cover, Michael Holmes Jr., original music, a DJ name / content distributor, my producer, Podcasters.